The month of February. All right, the month of February. Let's talk about it. The first thing we're going to talk about is the planetary aspects that are happening, and then after we talk about that, or I give you those dates, thank you. Then we'll go into the individual rising signs, and we'll be talking about where the sun and the new moon is going to be highlighting, where the full moon will be falling, and we'll talk about where Venus will be impacting you for this month. So, as always, my astrological content is primarily geared towards your rising sign, which I always suggest if you are going to consume any type of astrological content, you want to be listening for your rising sign first. You also may hear it as your ascendant. Next, you want to listen for your sun sign, and you can also listen for your moon sign. If you listen for all three of these signs, this will give you a well-rounded overview of the energies that will be impacting you, and you'll be able to recognize when those energies are impacting your rising sign, your sun sign more, or your moon sign. And again, your moon sign is going to be reflective of what is happening to you on an internal level. Your rising sign is what is astrologically happening in real time for you. And your sun sign is more of those general things that are going on with you. All right. Does anyone have any questions? Before I forget, if you do not have your rising sign, you can go online and you can Google it at, you can put in free birth chart calculator or free natal chart calculator. Just choose one. Doesn't matter which one you choose. You're going to enter your date of birth, your place of birth, and most importantly, your time of birth. Please make sure the time of birth is correct, because this is going to determine what your rising sign is, which is very, very important. Now, you can go ahead and do that. Starting off the month on February the 5th, Mercury, the sign of communication, transportation, and all those things that have everything to do of the exchange of information, it's going to go into the sign of Aquarius. So with Mercury going into the sign of Aquarius, this is going to be conversations geared around technology. We're going to have a lot of conversations geared around innovation, a lot of conversations geared around moving forward, because Aquarius represents how we're moving forward in the world. So a lot of conversations around our long-term goals, what we see for ourselves, our desires, things of that nature will occupy the exchange of information that we have going on. The next thing is going to be on February the 6th, the asteroid Pallas, Pallas, enters into the sign of Sagittarius. And I think this year for me, I'm going to get more into researching and inputting some of the asteroids into my content. But the asteroid Pallas is entering into Sagittarius. And what this will do is this will kind of ignite for some people a really broader view on their beliefs. Okay, since we're entering into the sign of Sagittarius, this will be you opening up your mind to your new belief system, how you see the world. This could open up some of us to different ways of worshiping, new philosophies around religion. This could also ignite a desire for learning. So education could be on the agenda with regards to this asteroid. On February the 9th, our new moon, which is representative of new beginnings, this is where we want to plant our seeds of intention. This is where we want to start our manifestations, will be in the sign of Aquarius. Keep in mind, Aquarius is about innovation, forward thinking, forward movement. This is an air sign, so this is all about the mind. So for me, with you doing your intentions around with the energy of the new moon, this is going to be a lot of speaking your intentions into existence, and also writing down your intentions into existence. This will support you on bringing those things into fruition. So as we move forward with the content for this year, depending on where the new moon and what sign it's going into, I will let you know what would be the best way to do manifestation. So because it's in Aquarius of the mind, let's write down our intentions. Let's speak our intentions into existence around this new moon. February the 13th, Mars the planet of initiative, the planet of passion and drive and moving forward. It's going to enter into the sign of Aquarius. February the 16th, Venus, our smallest benefic planet, which represents love, money, creature comforts, all the things that we consider things that we love, beauty, aesthetics, all of that will be entering into the sign of Aquarius. On February the 18th, the sun will leave the sign of Aquarius and move into the sign of Pisces. So February the 18th, we get a change and we go into Pisces season. February the 23rd, Mercury leaves the sign of Aquarius and goes into the sign of Pisces. Now, Mercury in the sign of Pisces is not necessarily the best placement for Mercury, because Mercury is the planet of the mind and Mercury is the planet of the details. So Mercury wants to know everything there is to know about any and everything. It is very particular about the information that it receives, the information that it puts out, the exchange of information, and it wants to know how everything works in great detail. Now, when you take a planet that is so analytical like this and you enter it into the sign that is like Pisces. First of all, Pisces is a water sign. And for me, Pisces is the most intuitive, imaginative, and dreamy sign of the zodiac. So those two things don't particularly work well together, because Mercury is all about what are the details in this thing that we're trying to come up with, and Pisces is like, I don't have any details. It's all in my mind. It's all in my imagination. I don't know how we're going to get there. I just know, I feel like this is a good idea. I feel like this is the direction that we should be going in. So Pisces is all about the feeling, about the imagination, and Mercury is about the details. So again, Mercury doesn't really do its best in this sign, but it is here and that's where we are. So for me, I would advise you not to make a lot of major decisions around this time, because again, it's just not, there's no clarity there. Unless you're someone that is very intuitive and you're going to listen to your gut, and you do better when you listen to your gut, I would say that's great for you. But if you're someone that's very analytical, needs all the details in front of you, February may not be the best month for you to be making those types of decisions. Someone says, I have a dream, LOL. Yes, Martin Luther King, I have a dream. And Pisces actually is the sign of dreams. So we want to be careful, what we're doing and initiating around this time. And the final pass will be on February the 24th. The full moon will go into the sign of Virgo. So the full moon is about endings, adjustments, acknowledgments. It's also about the revelation of things that we need to see, because the moon will be at its brightest when it's full. This will be a time where you can get some clarity or get some vision, or you can get some knowledge of a situation that may have kept you in the dark, quote unquote. So this is going to be around the sign of Virgo. You don't like when someone said, I don't like when the moon is in Virgo. You don't like when the moon is in Virgo? The emotions get real critical. I have a Virgo moon, and I know how I process my emotions, and everything is very critical and overanalyzed. So I kind of understand what you're talking about with that full moon going into Virgo. So does anyone get into the individual rising sign? So once I get to your rising sign, if it is your rising sign, please put it in the comments so I'll know who I'm talking to on this live. And we're going to get started. We're going to start at the top of the zodiac, as I always do, with Aries rising, sun, or moon. Again, if you don't have your rising sign, but I really, really stress to you that you should have it. Capricorns are in order. Somebody's going, what about Capricorn? I love Capricorns, if that's what you're asking me. I love Capricorn energy. Again, if you don't have your rising sign, please listen for your sun sign, but I would advise you to get your rising sign and come back and listen to the playback, because that is going to give you a more accurate assessment of what is going on with you. So if you are an Aries rising, sun or moon, your February could look like this. And this is going to be an easy read tonight, because we have the sun, we have the new moon, and we have Venus all in everybody's same house. So if you're an Aries rising, that is going to be a lot of attention in your 11th house. So the 11th house, friends, organizations, groups, humanitarianism, how we see the world, how we reach the world. So this is about the collective, not necessarily just your little part of the world. This is the collective. This is also the area that governs our long-term goals, dreams, and wishes. Yeah, Tanya, you're a Taurus rising. So a long-term goals, dreams, and wishes. So with the sun and the new moon here, you're going to have a lot of energy and focus around your friend groups. So some of my Aries risings may be spending more time with their friends. Some of my Aries risings may be spending more time in a group or an organization, taking on a different role in an organization, or your attention with regards to a certain group could be a focus for you. Again, this could carry over into your friend groups. So this may be a lot of time spent, energy spent, talking with friends, making new friends, because this is a social house. The 11th house is a social house. And when it is highlighted in this way, this will be a good time for you to get out and socialize, which subsequently could have you meeting new people. This can also be a great month for networking, especially if you are a business owner or you just want to get out and market your business, get yourself out there. Maybe we can do some trade shows, things of that nature. But this is a great time for socializing. This will also be an energy around your long-term goals, dreams, and wishes. And funny enough, I have someone close to me. I was just at their house today, and she's an Aries rising, and she was talking about she was getting ready to do her vision board. So this would be a great time if you're an Aries rising and you have not done that yet. Taking a look at your long-term goals, dreams, and wishes. Is it time for you to reevaluate that area of your life? Is there something that you want to implement into your life at this time by way of your long-term goals, dreams, and wishes? And maybe there should be an adjustment around that. Now, because Venus is going to be here, Venus, the sign of love, money, it's the attraction planet. So Venus, when it steps into a house, it is about bringing things to you. All right. Venus's energy is really a good energy because it really doesn't require you to do anything. This is the area of your life that just subsequently things just seem to happen. And because it is in the 11th house, this is again supportive of you being out and about, supportive of you being out socializing, actually just having a good time with this particular energy. Now, if you are a single Aries rising, this could actually support you in possibly bringing love into your life. Now, the key to that is you have to go out. Again, we're talking about the 11th house, the social life. So you have to be out and about. So this could also look like you could possibly meet someone or be introduced to someone through a friend. This could also look like you being out with your friend group, socializing, possibly meeting someone, or this could be meeting someone in that new circle of friends that could potentially turn into a romantic situation here. Now, if you are a coupled up Aries risings, this definitely supports you and your other half being out, being social, just enjoying each other in this social space during this month. Now, Aries rising, your full moon, ending adjustments, acknowledgments could be around something with regards to your 6th house. So your health and fitness, both mental and physical health, your work environment could be here. Your pets, this is also the area that governs how you are of service to others. So when we look at this area for my Aries rising, with regards to your work environment, this could be a change in the work environment. So keep in mind, endings, adjustments, acknowledgments, and a lot of time with this being a full moon energy, this could look at, sometimes we look at it that it could be a female co-worker, possibly leaving your work environment. Now, this could be they go to a different department, they leave the job altogether. Maybe there are staffing changes with regards to your work environment. But this is the people that you work with, around, and for. Now, this could also look like, with the full moon being here, a restructuring of your work or how you do your work or where you do your work. Now, some of Aries risings could be thinking about getting a new job, leaving your current job. Maybe if it's not leaving your current job entirely, leaving the position that you're in. So just be mindful that there could be some changes with regards to your work environment. Now, if it's not something that's in your work environment, this could look like a situation with regards to how you being of service to others. So if you're Aries rising that's been in a caregiver situation, a caregiver role, maybe you're assisting a family member, maybe you're assisting an elderly parent, or somehow you finding yourself in the care of someone else. This could be an ending to that current situation or that dynamic, or some type of change that is made with regards to the service that you provide to other people. All right. We also have your health and fitness here. So some of you may be thinking about going to therapy, getting more serious about your health, your fitness. Now, I always say, even though the full moon is about endings, this is also could be, when I look at this, an ending to a new beginning. So some of you getting real serious about how you take care of your body, how you're taking care of yourself. This is, again, mental and physical health. Now, this could also put you in a space of, because this is how the foods that we eat, ending a certain way of eating and starting a brand new, like, plan with regards to the foods that you consume. So you may be, for example, deciding, you know what, this year is going to be the year that I give up red meat. Or this year is going to be the year that I give up meat entirely and I become a vegetarian. So a change in your diet or a change in your lifestyle with regards to how you take care of yourself and the foods that you consume. All right. Next, we're going to talk to you in the next video.